Hello there guys, it's Stephen here, back with another transfer target, another day and plenty of news. We've got an outgoing as well. Enes Unal has gone to Villareal. I'll chat about that in a minute. Once again, thanks for all the support and all the subscribers. I've gone from like 7,500 to nearly 9,500 in about 4 days, so thank you for loving all the transfer stuff. You're all a wonderful bunch. But yeah, and cheers for all the support as well on the Patreon and all that kind of stuff. It's absolutely brilliant of you all. Thank you. But we're going to chat about loads of stuff today, loads of players, ins and outs. You can see scrolling below me, a lot of players, lots of news. And I'm going to start with Alexis Sanchez. Apparently, depending on who you believe and what you've read so far, Cheeky has been down in London chatting to Arsenal about signing the Chilean forward who wants to allegedly be reunited with Pep. I would love to see Alexis Sanchez at City. I know we've got a plethora of wide wingers and striking options, but I think he's a fantastic player that would simultaneously weaken a rival and give us a luxury that we've not had for a while. An incredibly top player who's willing to get involved in several positions and extra goals, extra assists. And I think he'd take us to another level potentially. If we want to be one of the biggest teams, we have to have that strength in depth in reserve. I'd be fine if we don't sign him, but if we do, I'll be very, very happy. Do I think it'll happen? I don't know. Do I think Sanchez wants to leave Arsenal? Well, allegedly he's already told them, so I think he does want to leave Arsenal. I think he probably will leave Arsenal, and Arsene Wenger signing a new contract won't change that, in my personal opinion. Apparently, he wants to go to City, but Arsenal would prefer him to go to Bayern Munich because obviously he's not in the Premier League then. I'm hoping he comes to City. I mean, we'll have to pay close attention to see how it develops, but you have to bear in mind that Sanchez only has 1 year left on his contract, and if Arsenal don't sell him this summer, they lose a player worth a lot of money, like we're talking like 40+ million at least, for nothing. And regardless of how much pride gets in the way there, surely they won't let that happen because that would be really, really stupid. Another name we've been linked to, apparently according to some tabloids, is Kylian Mbappe, the wonder kid, arguably the most coveted young striker in world football. Apparently we put in a world record bid of around 120 million. I don't really see it. And Bernardo Silva as well was asked about it in the media, and he's come out and said if he comes to City, let me just check the quote again, 1 second, and there he said, Mbappe, I don't know. I don't think even he knows where he's going to go. Obviously, I would love to play alongside him. Well, of course he was. But I think he's right there. I don't think Mbappe knows what's going on. I don't think Mbappe actually wants to leave Monaco, if I'm being honest. If I was Kylian Mbappe, I probably wouldn't leave Monaco. He's only very young still. He doesn't need to be in a rush. And I suspect eventually he'll find it hard to resist the lure of Real Madrid because I think he's got his heart set on there, but we'll see. I think it's just paper talk personally. I can't see Monaco counting at another sale after Bernardo Silva of one of the attacking players to Manchester City. I can't see them wanting to lose him at all, given the fact that they'll have money coming in from Fabinho, from someone, hopefully City, from Mendy most likely, Bernardo Silva, amongst others. I don't think they need to sell him. I don't think they will do, but it's one definitely to keep an eye on. And the final one is the name that popped up from Sam Lee again. He said that Bonucci is back on our radar and he's our #1 target for the centre-back position. Obviously, Bonucci is a world-class centre-back, a proper leader, a warrior. And I'm hoping that if Juventus win the Champions League, and I'm on team Juventus definitely for this final, maybe he'll see his time was up at Juventus, that he's achieved all he can do, and maybe a new challenge in the Premier League will be prepared for him. I don't know if it'll happen, I don't know or not, but one thing I do know is that he's #1 on our centre-back title. I don't know whether it'll happen or not, but one thing I do feel like I know is that he probably is #1 on our list of centre-back targets, and I do think we still need a new centre-back as well. That will be a very difficult transfer if it's to happen though, so I'm not really thinking it's dead likely at the moment because Juventus are going to want an arm and a leg for him, and it depends if Bonucci's willing to push for the move and potentially upset a lot of the old Juventus fans, and I don't think he really wants to do that, so we'll have to see there. But he's another player that would definitely improve our team. On to the outs. We've got more update about Nolito. Celta Vigo's coach has turned around and said that they're trying to sort of deal for him. Nolito, as far as I'm concerned, he can kind of go, to be honest. It's obviously not working for him at the moment. And I would be a bit annoyed, though, if that we signed Nolito for 30 million, then Celta got him back for basically free again this summer. So they sold him and got him back again. If that happens and they get him on loan and we pay all his wages for him, that'd be rubbish, wouldn't it? That'd be absolutely bollocks. But fingers crossed that will happen, but Nolito is almost certain to go. Apparently Sevilla are after him as well. Atletico Madrid have been paying attention to his situation. So there are a whole host of teams in Spain, I'm sure, who are willing to grab a seasoned, experienced winger for Spain on a loan or maybe even a budget deal. But I think he's more certain to go. But one player who definitely has gone is Enes Unal. We've sold a Turkish wonder kid after a great season over in Holland for 20, where he scored a whole host of goals for them. But this is actually good business. Now, Unal, I was really hoping to see him in a blue shirt because I think he's fantastic. I think he's got everything to his game to be a great poacher, maybe potentially world class one day, potentially. But one thing we couldn't do is play him next season because of a work permit situation. The one thing he's willing to do, not willing to do either, is probably sit on the bench at this stage of his career when his trajectory and his profile is constantly rising. So we've sold him to Villareal for 12 million, which is a 10 million profit, with the idea that we can buy him back by 2020 for I think it was 17.5 million, which is nothing for a striker that potentially scores goals. Even if we don't want to keep him when we buy him back, we can still sell him for a tidy profit ourselves. So this works for everyone, really. It works for Villareal because they get to play for cheap. It works for Unal because he gets regular football. It works for City potentially because we can buy him back one day. And it's probably something that I expect to see a lot more of going in the future from City and the younger players, because he's never wore a blue shirt, kicked a football for us at all professionally, and we sold him and made a profit of him, so that's not bad at all. Enes, you're a beautiful man, and I wish you well. I can't disagree with this transfer. I think it makes a lot of sense for everyone, so hopefully we'll see him back in a City shirt one day in the future. And the final potential now is Aaron Mooy. Apparently Huddersfield, after promotion to the Premier League, are putting an 8 million bid for him. That to me is cheap for Aaron Mooy, given the fact that he was one of the standout players for them. Now they've got Premier League money. I suspect City will deny that, and I think rightfully so. He's going to be worth more than that, and maybe we'll get to see him pre-season too. Anyway, guys, that is the transfer target. With no Edison news. I was hoping to announce that today and maybe do a video on it, but that's not happened. City are teasing us with that. I think it's just all technicalities in terms of his ownership and so on, but I'm sure that'll be done pretty soon. But anyway, guys, please subscribe if you haven't already. Big thumbs up for the video, and thank you for everyone who's checked out my Patreon. Go and have a look at that in the link as well, because it supports this channel and I appreciate it a lot. So anyway, go and watch some other videos, and I will see you next time.